Welcome to Stage Mom Podcast, a podcast for breakthrough bands and artists. Today we have Stellus. Stellus is a DIY bedroom pop band out of South Florida. This band has such a unique sound that it sets them aside from all the others. So talented yet so young, they have so much to look forward to with this project. If you ever have the opportunity, this is one band that you definitely want to check out. Go follow them on their social medias so you don't miss them. Okay, so today we have Stellus. Go around, introduce yourselves, let everybody know who you are, your name, what you do in the band, and then we'll go on from there.
Okay. My name is Luis Perez. I'm rhythm guitarist and vocalist.
I'm Luna. I'm the bassist.
Okay.
I'm Max. I play drums.
And I'm Johnny. I play lead guitar.
Okay. So let's talk about your name first. What does it mean? How did you come up with it?
So it was a little background to how it started. I had someone very close to me help me create that name, and the meaning of the name itself means ensuring that we have a future.
Oh, okay. Is it like Stellus? Is it a Latin name or is that, I don't know, like if I looked up Stellus in like the dictionary, it would come back as
it would usually come back as stellar or stellar.
Oh, okay, stellar.
So it's like kind of associated with stars.
Okay.
I guess in that sense.
Right.
So it probably does have some roots in Latin.
Yeah.
Probably.
Star, estrella, Stellus.
So how'd you guys get together? And did you guys start like over COVID or right after?
Pretty much after.
Yeah,
That's what I thought. Yeah. I was trying to do my investigating, and I had come up, well, maybe it's the tail end of COVID.
So he started as a solo act. It was just him making music, and then he joined.
Yeah, no, hold on, okay. Johnny and I were trying to join this band called Aquaberry.
Okay.
Right, and we were talking about it, we were talking about when we were going to meet up and stuff, and it was, alright, Saturdays at 1 p.m. or whatever, right? Saturday, 1 p.m. comes, they're like, oh, sorry, dude, we can't do today because I'm a little bit busy, right? Like, alright. So we do the next day, the next Saturday, right? Saturday comes again, they're like, oh, we can't do this. And then the next Saturday, they're like, yo, dude, we're moving. So, no more band. And let me redirect you to one of my friends. So,
And then,
yeah.
It was the same exact thing.
Yeah, we were both trying to join Aquaberry.
Yeah.
And then I go to music school with Max, and then they need a bass player, so he reached out to me. And he was like, we need a bass player if you want to come and try it out.
Yeah.
did you know him well at the school? Or?
Yes, we've known each other for...
We've known each other for a while. We didn't really know each other, though.
Yeah, we weren't really
And
super
also,
close.
however, even though we had like same exact situation, I joined way before.
Yeah.
Well, I joined before them.
Like a
And
month
so-
or two.
Like a month or two, yeah. So I joined like in September, and I remember the exact day. I think it was like the 23rd or whatever. So I think it was like 2 or 3 days afterwards. Because we had different members at that time. We had a different drummer, guitarist, and basically he invites me to a group chat, he says welcome, whatever, and there was just like a whole bunch of issues just went down, and I was just reading it throughout, and I was watching everything that go down, like it was getting kind of heated, and
Those members, we broke up the day he joined.
they joined that.
You're like, do I really want to be a part of this?
And so like I saw everything go down, and then like an hour later through like just them typing whatever, they leave, and then
you were in.
Yeah, I was
and then
in.
it just ended up being Lewis and Johnny.
Yeah, it was just me and him for like a good month
Right.
of just working on just stuff.
And then you joined when?
I'd say like a month later.
So, and then I joined in February, so I was the last member.
No, you joined
You
in
joined-
December.
No,
and then
I joined in January, and then I got COVID, so I was in quarantine, and then our first show was really in February.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you look super familiar to me, and I don't know if it's just from seeing you around or if it's like prior to this band, because I would definitely recognize you because you're gorgeous.
Thank
so
you.
I would not forget that.
I was at the Stage Mountain Festival, the last one. I was there.
Lauderhill?
Yes.
Lauderhill or Sunrise
Amphitheater.
Yeah.
Was that not like a whole new level of heat? Like,
It was.
I almost died. I was pretty positive I was about a minute away from death.
Yeah, I had to leave. I went to Shake Shack to get some air, and then I came back.
Yeah, so who did you see play?
I saw. I think I
Maybe
got
that's
there.
where I recognize. But I wouldn't
I don't
remember.
remember who I saw. Who I got there for.
You were there kind of early. No?
Yeah, I got there around like 1 or 2.
Oh, to dead heat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right there.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. I decided that going forward, I'm just going to go ahead and do like the outdoor ones when it's like, I don't know, below 150 degrees. Because I think what made it even more hot was all that rain.
Yeah, and the humidity.
That was awful.
It was
I'm
fun
still
though. It was really
recovering.
fun.
I'm still recovering. I'm 46 years old. I'm like, I can't do that anymore. The Lauderdale one, I was in bed for a week too. It's just like, and I wasn't even doing it.
It's stressful.
It's just like so much. Maybe that's where I recognize you from. Was your hair pulled back at the time?
No.
Oh, of all days to wear your hair down. Oh my god. Okay, so but you were in a band or a solo project prior to Stellus? Is that
Like, it was still Stellus, but it was just me basically producing the songs I had at the moment in my room.
okay? So, from what I could see from my Insta stalking, you guys have 3 songs out. Four?
No, 5 now.
Oh, well, I'm not a very good investigator. It's like,
Me either.
I do know that No Escape is your most recent, right?
Slipping up.
Oh my god, I'm slipping up.
It came out 2 days ago, so it's
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So I was very prepared. I did this part. So, okay. So let's talk about the songwriting process for your songs. And which one is your favorite song, like individually? Which one do you guys connect to most?
So my favorite one is Slipping Up, the most recent one, because I think it was the one I had the most involvement in.
Okay.
Because before, those would come to me with a bass line already done, and then I would just learn it and play it and record it and everything. But then with Slipping Up, I had more freedom to write it, because we kind of wrote it all together. Well, he came with the idea, with the melody and the lyrics, and then we kind of just all added our own pieces.
Okay.
And then I kind of had the freedom to write my own bass line with it, so it was really fun. And I think the same, like,
No.
you. No? Oh, okay, never mind. Then I guess it's just, that one is my favorite, because I think it's special. It's like, it has a special place in my heart.
On the contrary, I hate that song.
Isn't it funny? It's so funny because I'm sure it's a great song, but everybody just has such a different opinion and feel for things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one, it's not out of the ones released or just in general.
All
No,
right.
released.
The released
Right,
ones, just so that people watch it, but then you can
Right.
tell us in general as well.
Yeah. My favorite would probably be No Escape, because that was the only one so far that I've recorded drums on.
Okay.
And also, he did the drums well.
Yeah.
You mixed the drums well on that one, and the other ones you mix it way back.
Okay, wait. Okay, look.
I'm sorry.
We're talking about okay, the New Year's Scumbag and the week that was from last year. For Slipping Up, okay, those are samples. He's a little salty about stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, but the New You is really good, and you hate it. I know you hate
I
it,
love
but
the
it's
New You.
yeah, it's so good.
I love the ones that he did so well. I think they're great.
I'm starting to believe it a little bit, like more, just like
I feel
little
that.
by little.
I feel like No Escape was like special for all of us too, because it was the first one we.
I love the
released
sound
all
of No
it.
Escape.
It's really
Yeah.
fun.
I can hear that on the radio.
It's a fun song, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is.
our
It's
first,
got
like,
such a feel good.
release song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun.
What
to
about
sing.
you?
Yeah, it's got to be No Escape.
No Escape?
Yeah.
No Escape. That song stressed me out. We were recording the bass line for that for like 6 hours. That took me a while to get done,
Oh.
because I had never recorded bass before, so
Right.
I didn't know how it worked. And
I thought you did some here and there.
nope.
Wow.
She only said that to get into the band. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm very experienced.
But when you did Slipping Up, it was like a much quicker process.
smoother, yeah.
Well, she had 6 hours
Yeah.
experience. So what about you? What's your favorite?
Oh man, it's right now. It's between No Escape and The Week.
Okay.
Like I really like No Escape because it is like a very easy song to listen to, but then The Week is kind of like danceable too.
Okay.
And some people kind of crave like this specific type of sound,
Right.
like at least in the mix of it. So, but I think I would be leaning also towards more No Escape.
Okay. So, all right. You were mixing. Do you master? Like, do you record everything yourselves? Like, what's that?
Yeah, so I record pretty much everything. Well, at least now, they are way more involved in the recording process. But in terms of mixing, I mix everything, and I have a buddy of mine who masters the tracks.
Okay. You do a really good job, I gotta say, because a lot of these at-home recordings, you can tell. Like, I really thought you guys were going to tell me you went to a recording studio and did it. So you do a really good job.
Shout out
Thank you.
Nathan for mastering our songs.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Okay, so for those that have never heard of Stellus, how would you describe your music?
Ooh.
Let's say jazz. He loves to say that we're
It's
influenced
like-
by jazz, but it's really just it's.
It's indie
like-
pop. It's indie pop.
I thought indie pop
yeah,
when I
indie
heard
pop,
it.
indie
Yeah.
pop, for sure.
It's like indie pop rock.
Yeah.
That's like the best way you can generalize it.
So, you guys were at a music school. What about you guys? Are you guys self-taught, or what is it? Did you get professionally trained?
Yeah, I was self-taught. I
nice.
started in middle school when I was like 14. I just picked up an acoustic guitar, but I never really started fully learning it until high school.
Okay.
And that was when I was starting to pick up like techniques of like chords and like just single note stuff, like simple riffs. And I never really like took it so seriously because high school I did other things. And I think once COVID hit, I was unemployed during that time. It was a tough time. And mainly what I did was I would watch TV on my couch, and I would just like noodle on my guitar, and then from there I just kind of like picked up a lot of the stuff that I know today, and I basically just kind of taught myself through that.
Right. That's awesome. I could never do that, ever.
I think in quarantine I also picked up guitar, just like to pass
What else are
the
you going
time.
to do, right?
Yeah.
It's like I'm stuck here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What did you do during quarantine?
During quarantine, I think I don't even
There's a
know.
lot of like sitting around doing.
Yeah, it was a lot of
also.
sitting
It was a lot
around.
of like
It was a lot
watching
of
TV shows
kinda
and
Video
binging
games.
No, it was a lot of video games,
Yeah.
but it was also a lot of like kind of like looking back, I guess, and realizing that I need to like grow up a bit because
Yeah, I think everyone kind of matured
yeah,
during
right
quarantine.
before quarantine, if you met me, we would not be in the band. I would not be in the band.
Yeah, I think during quarantine is like we took so much for granted, and then
Right.
quarantine hit, and then I was like, okay, I really need to get my stuff together, and yeah, mature. A lot of maturing.
Yeah.
And when I was in quarantine, that's when I started, I guess, trying to write music and coming up with just some fun little things. And that's when I started to take what was it? Since I mix and do the music on Ableton, I had downloaded like a cracked version of it. So gotta save money.
Yeah. This stuff's not cheap.
No, it's not. So I've just been doing that at the start of quarantine, and what was it
When
like?
did you pick up guitar?
I picked up guitar in my junior year of high school, so that was about 3.5 to 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know music theory like these guys.
Right.
These guys are like the brains of it.
Right.
I'm in
But-
theory one. You just don't know anything.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like nerd out about music theory. I think
Yeah.
it's really fun. It's like
You can learn on music theory. You can already taken 3 theory. It's pretty fun.
But it's important, the music theory, and it's funny because my daughter's old band, the father of the bassist was talking about how, oh yeah, Max, he can do this and that, because he takes his music theory. And I took such offense to it. I was like, well, my daughter can write poems, okay? She can figure this out too. But I didn't realize how much goes into
there's
it.
a
Like,
lot.
it's a
I
lot.
think the more that you learn, the more that you realize you don't know. It's just never ending, like theory and It's a lot. It's a lot of information.
It's very hard to like explain things when I can't explain it the way they know.
Right.
Because I sound like an idiot when I talk to them.
I sound like an idiot half the time.
Yeah, like when I joined, I'm classically trained. Like I started playing cello and upright bass.
You did? Really?
So I was,
upright bass? Oh my
Yeah,
god, that's
so
one of my favorites.
I was in orchestras for like pretty much like my entire life, and then so then I came, and then when I started playing electric bass, I kind of let that go, and I was like, okay, this is more rock. It's like less perfectionism. It's more just like having fun and like doodling. And then I joined the band, and he explains things in a completely different way than like how I had learned my entire life. Like, my entire life, I was reading like sheet music and charts.
Right.
And then with him, it would just kind of be like, do this, this, and this. And I was like, what are you talking about?
I would have to like make videos
Yeah.
for them to understand. I would have to show him the pattern.
Like recordings, and I'd have to learn by ear.
I would have to show Max the patterns of the MIDI on the drum samples so he can like understand like the very specifics.
Yeah.
Which I
Johnny-
didn't even follow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He still doesn't follow
Yeah.
it. And with Johnny, I would also have to make videos or have him come over to my house and, you know, kind of take it step by step.
Yeah, I think the more that you get comfortable with the song, the less we go by the actual song,
Right.
like how it's recorded. Like No Escape, I change it up sometimes. Like when we're playing, I like we change things up all the time.
We make it like 50% faster too.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
if you've heard it first live, and you're like, oh, that sounds cool, and you go to our Spotify to hear it, right?
It's way slower.
It's a lot slower.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
No,
hard
that's
to,
cool,
it's
though.
hard to get
That's
used
cool.
to.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be exactly the same. And
Right.
You want to be able to switch it up,
Right,
and that's when you know you have a good song when everybody loves it either way. It's but we got to incorporate the stand-up bass into the song. That would be
That
awesome.
would be cool. If we were doing some jazz, that would be
That
cool.
would be so cool.
Cello would
But
be
you
really
can even do like folk, some kind of folk
Yeah.
with that. Like one of my all-time favorites is Mumford and Sons. And when I went to their
Yeah.
concert, and I literally could not stop watching them. I was like, oh my god, this is heaven right now.
cool. It's a
I'm
really
in heaven.
beautiful instrument.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, the classical string instruments are the best.
It's amazing. Okay, so for Stellus, where do you guys see yourself in 5 years? Is this a serious thing that you want to pursue in the hopes of something coming out of it, or? I mean, shockingly, I've had some bands say, "I don't know, I'm just doing this for now, for fun," and, which that's fun.
We were in bands at music school, and that's just kind of what it was for me. It was just
Yeah.
like to get experience, like playing with other people. Because at the end of the day, it's like you're learning music to be able to play with other people. But for this band, I think we're all pretty serious about it.
Yeah.
Driven. Like my goal, at least, is to be able to support myself off of music. Like in the future, I'm still in high school, so
Oh, are you?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So like in the future, when
Figure that
I'm the
one out.
baby of the band, but
You know, your big brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so in the future, I just want to do what I love and like be able to support myself.
What about you, Mac?
I think I kind of just want to like do as much with music as possible. I want to like be able to like produce, sort of, but like mostly I want to be able to gig around with a bunch of people.
Right.
Yeah.
But stay mainly focused to Stellus. And I'm also like trying to get into teaching, sort of.
Okay. All right.
Teaching drums. I also play bass, but I'm better than you. But
That's not true. That is not true. This is a lie.
but yeah, I'm trying to get into teaching drums and stuff.
Okay. What about the school the music school you go to? If they have an opening, do you think they? That's how my daughter got her
I
job.
taught over the summer at our music school.
Yeah.
At a summertime, I taught bass.
Okay.
But during the year, they have a lot more qualified teachers to teach, and like we have no experience pretty
Right.
much. So it just makes sense that they wouldn't hire
Yeah.
us. But yeah, I also want to get more into teaching and all
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, teaching as well.
Yep. Do you guys see yourselves like maybe possibly trying to do some kind of like tour throughout Florida?
Yes. Yes, actually next week we're going to Orlando.
Yes, I was setting you up for that. Kind of. I remembered it. I totally forgot. That's not why I asked the question though, but I thought I'd grab onto it. So yeah, no, you guys are going to. Where are you playing in Orlando next week?
Stardust Coffee and Video.
Okay. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
So, are you playing with any other bands or?
Yes. It's gonna be Soul Packs, the Green Jays, and Basil Saltman.
Okay. Is Soul Packs from up there? They're not. They're from down here. right?
Miami as well.
That's what I thought. Okay. All right. I was like, wow, that's really big if I'm hearing of them and they're up in Orlando, but they're from down here. Okay. So what would your dream collaborations be? Like, who are your inspirations as far as like,
Oh, man.
big celebrity?
I feel like locally, Mustard Service is people we
And
look up to a
Cannibal
lot.
Kids.
Cannibal
Yes.
Kids. The basis of Cannibal Kids is amazing.
Marty?
He taught me a couple classes once
Oh,
at my
really?
music school. Yes, so he's awesome. They're super nice people. Like
Who was it?
Marty.
Marty
Oh,
Quinn.
right, yeah.
So they're really awesome. And then collaborations, a band we really like that we just started becoming friends with is Sunny Side Up. They're
Okay.
really great.
I've never heard of them. I saw a video this morning of them.
Yeah.
Amazing
Yeah.
people.
We did a gig with them
Like,
2 days
amazing
ago.
musicians.
Maybe that's what I saw. Yeah.
Amazing musicians, amazing people. That they're really fun to play with.
Okay.
Super sweet people.
Yeah.
All right. So, what about celebrity-wise? Who are your
Flea. Flea for me.
Flea, of course,
Bass,
yeah.
Celebrity bass, like
everybody just wants to be Flea?
Flea is my idol. He's been my idol since I was like a kid. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
Everything about him is
Yeah.
amazing. His playing, showmanship,
I
everything.
went to the Red Hot Chili Peppers when they came here.
Did
like,
you?
A week ago.
Oh.
And I was right up here. I was in the pit and he was right here. And I was completely starstruck. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
Like I play the replica of his bass. Like the bass that I have is
This
his
is,
replica.
that's so funny. My daughter, she loves car seat headrest. And she got the replica
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
guitarist's guitar. Yeah. I'm like, okay, if that's going to make me play better. But yeah. So how about you?
For like idols?
Yeah.
Rex.
County.
Yeah, there's Rex. Rex Orange County.
Rex Orange County?
And then,
Boy Pop.
yeah, exactly. Like that's kind of like what the sound that we have is kind of influenced by Boy Pablo and Rex
Okay.
Orange County. So it's like the fun, upbeat style of Boy Pablo, but like more emotional lyrics and I guess singing from Rex. Because I would very much like to have our audience or whoever wants to hear us, feel the music more than anything.
Okay. How about you guys?
I think nothing in this. I don't play this genre. Like this is not my thing. I just joined this when I joined Stellus.
Yeah. Me
Okay. All right.
But probably like Lewis Cole.
I don't know who that is.
He's like a house drummer.
too. He's
Okay.
amazing.
I'll have to look him up.
Yeah, he's like drum and bass kind of stuff.
Okay.
Which is mostly what I play in like jazz funk things like that.
Nice. Okay.
Wolfpack?
Wolfpack.
Yeah, Wolfpack. He played in
Yeah,
Wolfpack.
he played with
Yeah.
Wolfpack one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, me and Lewis kind of have like the same kind of
Yeah.
inspirations.
Okay.
So, what's it called? Me, Johnny, and Luna actually kind of have a good idea of what his genre is. But Max, like, he does put his own style into the music, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes he gets carried away. So rehearsals can be stressful sometimes, but it's so fun. It's funny.
Max has an obsession with time and making everything in odd time.
No, I don't.
And it's like
That was like 3 years ago.
messing with everything. And
That was-
everything. It's really fun though.
That was like
It's
3
not a
years
bad thing. It's not bad.
Shut up.
I enjoy it because it's challenging, so it's fun.
Oh,
But
that's funny. Did you guys, were you guys like good friends prior to joining the band, or
No,
it's just what brought you close was the band?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us knew each other.
I could
You didn't know
still.
each other at
Yeah,
all?
no. Like they came over to our house
Yeah,
like the first, or it came over to my house for the first like rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never even seen their faces,
Right.
so they came over. and I was like, "Oh, that's what you look like." Okay.
Yeah, and I knew Max before, but we were never close or like
Right.
friends even.
Right. Oh,
And,
you got a nice little vibe together, so that's good that it worked
Yeah.
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's, and also, Max's parents, for what Max knew about, like, not knowing what our faces looked like, Max's parents were still, like, very welcoming for us.
they
Right.
So that was amazing.
So do you guys rehearse at Max's house?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys remind me of my daughter's old band. It's the way you're put together, everything, like, and how close you guys are now, but it was like that sort of thing, where it was like my daughter and the guitarist, they were in a previous band together, but then, like, us parents went on the hunt for other people, and then my daughter found the bassist, and then the singer's parents found, the guitarist's parents found the singer, and then it was like they all showed up, and it was
Yeah.
such a good vibe, and they were like the best of friends after.
You're spending so much time together, you
Yeah.
might as well get along.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the local scene. All right, so you guys already said that you like the Mustard Service, Cannibal Kids?
Yes.
Anybody else that are your favorite local bands, or?
Himalayan Soul Band.
Oh,
Timberlake.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
My
I've yet
biggest
to, yeah.
inspirations.
It was like I was seeing them all over all of a sudden, and I was like, "Oh, who's this
They're
band?"
extremely talented.
Yeah.
Also,
Pump Action.
amazing people. Pump Action.
Pump Action.
Oh yeah.
Pump Action
Wow.
is really good. Yeah. They're
Do
really
you guys have a favorite venue that you play at?
That one's tough.
I think we all have different.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think
Because there are like pros and cons to each one.
Yeah.
But lately, I mean, at least personally, at TM Poets, like I feel like I perform best there.
it's a cozy atmosphere. It's a very
It
intimate.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Stage is a little small, but like
That's
it's
how it is going to be for my festival. It's a big stage. I'm trying to figure in my head how I can build onto it to make sure everybody fits and doesn't fall off.
like it's a weird layout,
Yeah,
but
it's TM Poets. I was
still really nice.
right next to it.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. It is very intimate, but there's still always like a lot of people. At least it feels like it. 'Cause it's
Right.
Right.
and it always pays well.
I guess so, yeah.
I think I like Naomi's Garden just because that's where our first show was. So
Okay.
I have like emotional attachment there.
Yeah, we just
And
keep
they're
getting
really-
shows at night.
Yeah, and they're really, really nice people. Like they're really nice people, and like people always come out and they're supportive. And then other than that, I don't really know.
I honestly don't know what my favorite
You
is.
don't know which one?
The Sandbox is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sandbox
need to make
is
my way down the
cool.
Sandbox. I've heard really good
Yeah,
things about
it's
that
really
place.
The biggest con is just parking.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, it's Miami Beach.
Yeah. I had a band on here that their friend went down for a show and his car got stolen.
Yeah,
Stolen?
Yes.
My friend came out to our show and his car got towed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Towing
just,
is a real problem.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm going to have a parking chart for the brewery because apparently you can't park in areas that you think you would be able to park.
Yeah, do not
Get
park
towed.
at Publix. Do not. I thought I could, but your friend did
No,
that.
no, he parked at the shopping mall. Do park
At
at
the shopping-
Publix. Do park at Publix.
'Cause,
Publix
like-
is the way to go at
Okay.
Sandbox.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Publix. Okay. All right. So now let's talk about You Can Tell Mom Anything segment. I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm not crazy. Okay. So outside of music, do you guys have jobs? I know you guys. Oh no, you don't work. You want to. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So do you work or?
Yeah. I work at Winn-Dixie.
You're working.
Yeah. I make enough to at least keep us afloat and continue buying equipment and
Right.
kind of take care of us whatever we need for the shows. So yeah, work Winn-Dixie.
You go to school,
I go to school.
so
So no, I
Focusing
work
on
during the summers.
getting out.
Yeah.
I don't work.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to.
All right.
And for me, I work at Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I thought about getting a job there. I saw the promotions at the one around the corner, and I was like, I just need that signing bonus real quick. It's amazing what they're paying people these days. So that's good. No, but hey, you're working. I would never be able to work there. I'd be like huge. I would be eating the donuts all day long. Oh, God. Okay. So what are your hobbies other than music?
I'm like working on the music all the time.
That's okay. Okay.
I am on the dance team at my school.
Oh,
so
really?
I dance sometimes.
Oh, nice.
And then I don't really know. That's why are you laughing? I draw. I like writing a lot.
Okay.
I don't know, any like artistic expression, any medium.
Right.
Arts
Okay.
in general.
That's nice.
I kind of just play like
Video
and
games?
stuff,
But I always get one guy that's in
Yeah.
video game. What's your favorite video game?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
It changes.
Okay. All right. My husband and my daughter, that's their bonding time is Elder Rings. So my 9-year-old playing all, what's the one that's really bad?
Roblox?
No, the one where they, she does play
Because
that.
I have a 9-year-old brother and he plays Roblox all day.
Oh, yeah, no, she just
All
wants
day.
Robux. Like, she'd be like, oh, yeah, so you think you can give me like $75 worth
Yeah.
of Robux? No, I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
No. Grand Theft Auto, yeah, they play that together. I'm like,
I
God.
love GTA. GTA is the best
I just
game.
need to just act like I don't see any of that
Yeah.
happening.
I've been wanting to get it for so, and I just never have the chance.
So
like it's so
good.
much. It's so
I don't
expensive.
play video games, but GTA is the only
Yeah.
game I play. That's a really fun game.
I have not played video games since Dreamcast. And the only thing I played on that was football. That was it. That was it. So, do you have hobbies outside of music?
I think Lewis knows best. I take a lot of naps.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh my god.
It's
so stressful. Like, I'll be like, we gotta go to Max's because we have the show. And he's like asleep. He's not picking up his phone, nothing.
It's the first time I ever had anybody say their hobby was napping, but I mean,
It's unique.
okay. Do you guys have significant others?
I do, yeah. I have an older brother.
Okay.
Significant.
No, significant others.
Oh. Whoops. That's not it.
older brother, yeah.
Yeah, that
My
one.
mom.
I had like a brain
My
fart.
mom is my significant other.
Are you single?
It's complicated.
It's complicated, yeah. It's in the works.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am very much single.
Single. Wow.
Single.
Shocking. All right.
I think we're all.
It's a goddess right here, everyone.
Also,
Single.
yeah.
Also,
No single.
Yeah,
Wow.
single. Yeah.
This is the show to come to, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. So tell me one fun fact about yourself that no one really knows.
Fair.
Oh my god.
Oh, Johnny, that's up to you. I don't even know.
What about me?
Fun fact about you
I don't know.
that no one knows.
Oh wait, that no. Okay, I forgot.
Well, you guys can know.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's fun about me?
I don't know.
Well, it doesn't have to necessarily be fun. Just like a fun fact about me, I don't know, like, would be like, I'm the youngest of 5 girls. That's a fun fact. Like, nobody knows that. No.
I guess between us three, they're both lefties.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're
Yep.
both right-handed on instruments.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a righty, but I'm lefty on my instrument.
Okay. So I have this conversation with my husband a lot about this because he eats with his left hand, he writes with his right hand, but he has horrible handwriting. And he fishes with his left hand. He plays soccer with his left foot, which apparently is a big deal.
Yeah, that
for
is
a
really
left-footed
hard.
soccer player.
It's really hard.
So he's convinced that the reason why his handwriting is so bad is because he's really just left-handed.
left-handed.
He's not ambidextrous. He's left-handed, but they forced him to write with his right hand.
Right. Like in school.
So yeah. So how do you guys really feel like you're solid, secure left-handers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I learned to play drums with my right hand because I have some personal experience with left-handed drummers. From just a couple weeks ago, actually, at one of our gigs, we set up the entire drum set.
Right.
Right. This band that was coming, they were the first band. I'm sorry to throw shade. I'm not going to say the name.
It's not shade.
Okay. I set up the drums, everything, right? All the microphones and stuff, where everything was in place.
Right.
First band comes up, switch the entire thing around. Everything moves.
Because he's left-handed.
Yeah.
Okay, let me add though, Max is very picky about his drum set. He will set up the drum set. We get there like 2 hours before, and
Right.
he uses the whole 2 hours to set up. Everything has to be in the right place. He's very...
No, it's not about the. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like a centimeter off. He's like, no, I can't play like this. Like this is
That's how
wrong.
mango juice is. But you know what he did was his carpet. He put little things on the carpet so that it's so easy. He sets that thing up so quickly because everything's marked. It's like little
put
foam
tape.
things that he
That's a
puts.
great idea.
Yeah.
That is a good idea.
They're all stuck to the carpet. He rolls the carpet up. It's all there still.
See, the issue is that I'm also lazy.
Well, don't ask him for help. He'll be taking a nap.
What was the question? The original question? Oh, yeah, the fun fact.
But it was that you were left-handed and you were talking about how you learned to play the drums.
Right, I learned right-handed, but, sometimes I try left-handed because, why not? And it's easier for me to pick up than normal.
Okay.
I pick that up faster than right-handed.
Okay.
I guess a fun fact about me would be, I'm the youngest of 3 siblings, 3 other siblings, and they're 24, 23, 22, and then I'm 16. So
You're 16?
I'm 16.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I really am the baby.
Yeah, you are.
But yeah, so that's my fun fact.
Okay. I wouldn't have ever guessed 16. I think maybe 18 or 19.
Oh, maybe my fun
Everyone
fact.
says that.
My parents are both artists. My mom was a professional ballerina. and then
Really?
my dad was a drummer. For,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's
majority
a
of
nice
life.
fun
Yeah.
fact. Yeah.
So that's why I am the way that I am. And then about the left-handed thing, I actually do everything with my left as well. I'm much stronger in my left arm, and I turn on my left foot. And I in dance, I do everything with my left foot. I'm
Right.
stronger in this one too. But I'm a righty, and everything is righty for me.
Right.
We're so backwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It is weird because, I'm
I'm
right-handed.
convinced I'm ambidextrous. I'm convinced.
Well, you know what? You might be. because like when I used to wait on tables years ago, I was much more solid holding a tray with my left hand than my right hand.
Me too.
So I always wondered, like, why is that? But I don't know. Did we get your fun fact?
Yeah.
Oh.
No fun facts.
He likes naps.
The naps. Oh my god. I was gonna ask you. Oh, are you guys all native Floridians? Are you from here?
Yeah.
Okay. So am I. That's not a fun fact, right? There's not many of us.
Wait, all of you guys were born in Florida?
I was in Florida, but I'm from. My dad's from Argentina and my mom's from Brazil.
Okay, but you're.
But I was born
Oh,
here.
wait a second. Argentina and Brazil, aren't they like the rivals?
Yes, soccer is.
Yes, because I went to a pro beach soccer tournament, and it was Argentina versus Brazil, and I couldn't understand anything anybody was saying, so I was pretty sure I was going to die that day. I was like, oh my god, they hate each other.
Yeah, it's in my house. It's the World Cup is a tense.
I bet it is.
Tense time.
I bet it is. Oh my god, I would love to be there though. That would be
It's
fun though.
It's always fun.
That would be so fun. Yep. So, are you from Florida? No.
No. I mean, I was pretty much raised here, but I was born in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
And then my mom is Filipino, my dad's Nicaraguan, but I don't know either language.
Yeah. I just know that my brother-in-law's mom, she's from Trinidad. And so I don't know if that's like the same type of language. I just know Apple is grandma. That's all I know. That's it. Because that's what the kids called his mom, Apple. So, okay. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, man. I have, like, a handful.
Relating to music or just generally?
Just generally.
That was mine.
And I had a good one the other day, and I swore I wasn't going to forget it, and I forget. I was like, that's my
I
biggest
have a lot of pet peeves, but now I'm blanking.
Yeah, I swore I was going to remember.
It was, it comes easy to remember when I have to, like, organize these things for these guys. It is forgetting. Or
Forgetfulness.
yeah, I mean, I forget too, but man,
It's hard to keep track of everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes. He really does do like the bulk of like managing us and keeping us in track. So props to you for that one.
thanks. So I think forgetting is one of them, but I think if having triggering one of my pet peeves is like one thing and it's like no big deal, but like if you like keep repeating that one, that's another thing. Like it's a pet peeve to a pet peeve.
Right. And then you're in trouble.
Oh, my pet peeve. Oh, I know what it is. My pet peeve is like bad grammar.
Okay.
Like people that don't know the difference between there, and there.
Oh, that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Or like your. What's another one?
Your
I don't know.
your.
I don't know.
No,
Bad
I totally get
grammar
it.
stresses me out. Like basic grammar. There's things that like a lot of people don't know that you have to put an apostrophe after
Right.
an X.
Yeah.
Like for like possession. I don't know. I'm an English nerd, so
Okay.
that's just my pet peeve. And also people that make me late. Like
Hate.
like lateness is fine. It's like if it's by like 10 minutes or whatever. But when people make me late, I can't deal with that.
That's my husband. You wouldn't be able to live with him. We're in the car waiting for him, and he's like, "Oh, we're leaving. Oh, I gotta take a shower." I'm like,
yeah.
"We're in the car. We're here." I'm like, "Me is there, please." Oh my gosh! But yeah, no, the whole grammar thing on that. Like, I love seeing when like I sit back, I like play possum, and I read like all these fights on Instagram, and Facebook, and everything. And then like when they're trying to really like trash somebody or something, and it's all grammatically incorrect, and I'm like, oh my god, I really just want to come through and just recreate this whole thing the way it should be.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so what's your pet peeve?
For me, partially that as well. I'm also an English guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had another one in mind. It's people who are like, I guess, bad at like planning.
Okay.
I've had too many of that in.
You're the one to talk.
You're guilty of that yourself.
No. Let me explain. Okay. Let me explain.
He has good reasons for his, okay?
He's in the middle of a game.
No. So like if I like set up a, like a rehearsal or something with some people, like come over Saturday at 1. Cool. That's a week in advance. I have to like let them know every single day, call them every single day, and make sure that they know. And then sometimes they don't even come through. Like some people are like people who are just that bad
Right.
at planning. I see, don't worry. See how that happened a couple times with them. Let's try to not say that very loud. That is, I think, my biggest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think for me, it's just
When people
who
wake
are-
you up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Trust me, I can't wake you up.
you can't. But I think for me, it's people who walk like really slow
Oh, yes.
and slow drivers.
Okay, yeah.
That's a big one for me. Like I can't stand it when, like, if I'm walking next to somebody and like I have to constantly like look back towards like I gotta match their speed.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get somewhere like in my pace. I don't know.
But you said that I pictured like it opposite, like when I'm behind somebody, they're walking and they're just like strolling along, and it's like, okay, yes, like seriously, like let's just get moving. I don't know. Have you guys been to the Sawgrass Mall?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You have to
Terrible.
prepare yourself for that. You have to prepare yourself, like through therapy and everything, prior to going. But that happens to me all the time, and I'll be walking, we'll be at a good pace, and then all of a sudden they just stop. And they just start having a conversation right in front of me. And then I'll try to go to the left, and they suddenly step back, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to kill someone. I'm going to... Oh, my sister taught me well. She's like, if you want to go to the Sawgrass, you have to go the second they open, before everybody gets there. It's the only time.
I think another one of my pet peeves are people that are disrespectful to service workers.
Oh, me too. That's huge.
I think
Yep.
that's at the bottom of the food chain.
Yep.
If you're disrespectful to service workers or like just to people in general, like elder people.
Yeah.
I cannot deal with that. I do not like people like that. Like,
Yep.
No tolerance for that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Customer service.
Customer service.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Okay. If you were a superhero, what would it be?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Which superhero or like what kind of
Make up your
superhero?
own.
Spider-Man.
I think I would want to be able to like fly to different places and like help people.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking that.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would like go to like I don't know.
It's like littering
Like-
everywhere.
Yeah, littering. That's
I hate
another
that.
pet peeve.
I hate that too. When you're driving, you see somebody purposely
Johnny,
throw it like a
Johnny.
bag.
No,
He litters.
Hey, mine is that.
it's a small, tiny piece of like the gum wrapper.
No, they,
I don't know
trash
about
can,
that.
like,
What's
Lost
the
one.
trash can?
Did you have a pocket?
Oh, I feel like I hate putting garbage in
He's
my
like, I'm
pocket.
just gonna go to sleep. No.
If I had to choose a superpower of some sort, I'd say like being able to get my message across
Okay.
easily, like communication. But like I just say something, anything, and it makes sense to the person I'm talking to.
Oh yeah, me too.
It's like a one.
Me too.
I've never heard that.
So you feel misunderstood.
What?
You feel misunderstood half the time?
Therapy.
People just don't understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
It became a therapy session.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of feel like he's talking about you not understanding what he's
No, what are you saying?
It
goes both ways.
Okay. If you won the lottery, what are the top 3 things you would spend the money on?
Oh, again,
Studio.
helping people.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so
Music.
nice.
Yeah, I mean, one of my biggest passions is also like community service.
Okay.
Like I'm part of an organization called the C Initiative, which is like fighting for social equity and education. So that's one of my passions. So I think I would help people and then make myself a nice studio in my house
Nice.
and travel. Travel everywhere I can.
That's the dream right there.
Yeah.
I would make a studio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what else.
Okay.
I'd buy an RV.
Yeah.
RV. Oh yeah. Like
Yeah.
Travel around?
I want to go on
The
road trips.
Volkswagen
I want to go on more road trips.
Yeah.
Those Volkswagen buses, they're not cheap. I
Yeah.
found one for like $25,000 and it didn't it was gutted. Had nothing on the inside.
What?
Yeah, it was just for the front. I was like, you're crazy. Okay. If you could share a meal with 4 individuals, past or present, dead or alive, who would they be and why?
Okay. Mac Miller,
Okay.
because I think he was a genius of our time. Anderson Paak.
Who's that? I know that
Anderson
name.
Paak is He's a musician, and he like genre? Like, it's like funk, soul, like R&B music. Anderson's Paak. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time.
I don't really know many people.
Yeah, I don't know.
It would just be like the idols that influenced the music. It was like Boy Pablo and Rex.
Okay.
I feel like it'd be a good time.
Rex would definitely be in there.
Okay. Are you alone at your dinners?
Most of the time. And then I'll nap afterwards.
Oh my
And the
gosh.
food will hit me.
I would probably say, I really have no clue. I would probably just have to say Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Because I want to know if he's real or not.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Definitely. Or like the apostles, like some
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
My boy John. Johnny.
Okay. Who's your favorite Disney villain?
I don't watch this.
I don't know if it's
What's that? You don't watch Disney? No. You know of a Disney villain, you just don't know it.
I don't know if I know
You do.
one.
You know.
Name it. I'll tell you if I've heard of it.
Ursula from
Ariel.
Little Mermaid.
No, you know. Yes, you do.
Yes. What's the chick from 101 Dalmatians?
Nope.
Cruella.
Cruella. That's yeah.
No.
No.
Is Moana Disney? No.
Moana?
That's
so.
Pixar. I mean, it's still
Still
Disney.
Disney Pixar, yeah.
What's the crab? That giant.
Do you watch
crab?
the Star Wars? That's Disney now.
Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Disney.
Well, I mean, I've seen it. I mean, everybody has.
I've never.
So I guess Darth Vader. 'Cause
Okay.
I've seen it. Yeah. If that technically counts.
I think Cruella de Vil.
Mine's Cruella.
Yeah.
I love her.
She's stylish.
Yeah.
Do you have one? I don't think I have
Like
one.
Randall from Monsters Inc.
I don't really have one.
No? Okay. All right. So, what is your biggest fear?
I got to think about this one.
I guess being homeless.
Oh my God, it was so funny. It's like the most hysterical thing. My daughter the other day, because I needed to go grocery shopping, and I don't know if you guys have ever gone grocery shopping.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing ever. I hate it. I'll put the food away. I just hate going. So I was putting it off. My 9-year-old says to me Thursday night, I'm really getting worried. And I'm like, why? She's like, I'm just afraid we're going to be homeless soon. I'm like, why would we be homeless? She's like, because we have nothing to eat. I'm like, well, we could. I just haven't gone to get snacks and stuff. So of course, that was my big priority this weekend. But then Friday morning, with all the rainy stuff, it was my husband and I home, and Christine's at school. And the power went out. It went out for 5 minutes. My husband peeks his head in the door because he was out here and I was in the room. He says, "Did you forget to pay the bill?" I said, "No, I paid it. I think it's just the rain." He's like, "Thank God Christine isn't here. She'd be dying. No food, no power. Oh my God, it was so funny. It was so funny." But yeah.
Oh.
My worst fear? I don't know.
You don't know your worst fear?
I think dying in a natural disaster, like drowning, something like that, or getting my equipment stolen. Because that's happened to one of my friends. He got 3 of his basses stolen from his car.
Oh my God.
And then recently my music teacher told me that his amp melted.
What?
The speakers in his amp melted in the car because of the heat.
Oh,
and
man.
now that just gave me another fear.
Oh, I gotta not.
And he has the same amp as me.
I'm
So I
glad that
was
you
like,
said
this
that.
is
My
not-
daughter's infamous for leaving her amp in the car, and I'm always telling her that's not some of.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's gonna get stolen. I didn't even think of it melting.
Yeah.
Man.
Don't let it be a habit because it's very possible.
Yeah.
I think leaving my drums in the car because again they warp and stuff.
Yeah.
Every time we come back from a gig, I take just my drums out, and then all my stands and stuff are still in the car. And I think that might be an issue. I don't know because I've had a few of my cymbal stands and stuff have like threaded screws and stuff because of that.
Really?
And I just sometimes they just don't work anymore. I can't use them. Which it's not a big fear, but I don't know what else.
But still, it's
Yeah.
a genuine fear of yours.
Yeah.
I mean,
What about you?
Do we count irrational fears, or
exactly.
do we count very irrational fears?
If you want to,
All right.
it may not be.
Like touching metal doors.
Are you serious?
Yes.
But I think that's probably like an OCD type of thing, maybe.
No.
Or no?
So I've had a lot of times where like I'm walking around like the rug rooms and stuff with socks, and then I
Oh.
touch a metal door and it
Shock.
shocks me like
Yeah.
really hard.
Mhm.
So every time I go to open a metal door, it takes me like 10 seconds.
That's not irrational. That's just like that's very valid. You don't want to get shocked. We have a problem in rehearsals where we have so much current flowing through the same outlet, so we can't touch each other because we shock each other.
Oh, really?
Like the other day, we were in practice and his string popped off, and he just kept playing, and it was just hanging. And then we were in it and whatever, and he gets very close to me, and his string touched my bass, and then it literally incinerated. Like it just disintegrated.
You
in the
gotta
air.
be kidding me!
It's like,
It looked like an effect.
and I looked to my side, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool! Like we're literally on fire right now. That's awesome!" Like, and then it lands on my finger, and like I got burnt on my finger from the
You
string.
do!
And then I was like, "Wait, what just happened?" And we were like, "I think that we need to figure this problem
I
out."
just saw a whole bunch of like sparks like
Yeah, it was like
spread
boom,
all
boom,
over the
boom, boom,
ground.
boom. And we
I thought
just kept
something was
playing.
like,
That's incredible.
I thought something was like about to explode right next to me.
Yeah,
Why
or
would
like,
you flipping out?
or like we'll have a microphone,
It's
and,
like-
and like if we touch the microphone while we're singing
Right.
and we're playing, like it will shock us in
Yeah.
the face.
Yeah, like
That happens to him a lot.
we tried bringing out the second backup microphone, so Johnny or Luna could try singing along and harmonizing. And because of that, there's like even more current. And sometimes I would get too close to the microphone, and it would shock my face.
So at the mini fest this past weekend, somebody asked, "Do you have one of those fuzzy things for around the microphone?" Because he was getting shocked.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I had heard of it, and I was like, "That's why they use the fuzzy things."
That's actually
I had no
really
idea.
good.
So you should just get fuzzy things around
It's
the
not
microphone.
only for that though. That it also does help with sound.
Yeah, I
Does
think it's
it-
meant for the sound.
Yeah, it captures more sound.
Oh, were you guys there for Dirty Rival? Not Dirty Rival, Young Fiction, by the way.
Yes, I was.
Did you see me have to hold it?
I have
Yes.
a picture of you like this. I like this. It's so
that
cool.
picture.
I was with a friend and we were like, "That's so cool. She really is a stage
I was
mom."
just like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? And I'm
Yeah.
looking around for a stand. I'm like, I'm not gonna tear
Yeah.
those snare stands apart. Like fuck it, just
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
go, just do it.
It was so
Oh
cool.
my god,
It was
yeah.
a true stage moment.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I thought he was trying to grab because I saw Koa sitting there, and they always do certain like different things, and then they were like, I saw the drummer. He was like looking, and I saw his drumsticks down on the ground,
Yeah.
and I was like, does he need drumsticks? What does he need? And I'm looking, and he's screaming, my stand broke, and I'm like, what?
I saw it wobbling when he was playing. And I was like, "Oh,
Did you?
that's
Oh,
not
man.
good." And then I saw your daughter too, like right there in the front, like moshing with people.
I'm keeping her in the house from 15 to 25. She is not leaving the house. Oh my gosh, she's my wild child.
Yeah, that's me with my parents.
Oh my gosh. My oldest is going to be 20 tomorrow, and she's been like, I've been blessed with her. Like, but this one, man.
Yeah, the same with my sister and I. My sister is extremely chill, homebody, stays at home, sleeps at like 8 p.m. and then I'm the opposite.
Yep. Oh my God, scary. It's so scary. And I'm the youngest of 5 girls, and I never understood what my parents were saying about, like, why do you have to be out so late? Nothing good is happening at that hour. And I find myself, like, even with my daughter, who doesn't ever cause any trouble, it's just the worry of, like, a girl being out,
Right.
like, just even coming from, like, her car to the
Yeah,
door.
it's self-preservation.
Like,
It's
oh,
like-
God. Like, you get your mace, get your
Yeah.
mace ready.
I have my pepper spray on me. I lost it now, but I always have pepper spray on me, and they do a great job of like protecting me.
That's
out
good, yeah.
At gigs because shit
Yeah,
happens.
I'm pretty sure you probably. Yeah, no, you gotta protect her. I mean, she's
Yeah.
a cutie, so trust me. Like,
Yeah, no, we've been at shows and
remember
I've
our-
gotten like uncomfortable, and he's
our
coming in and
first
be
show?
like, "Get
Yeah,
go
for
away."
sure.
yeah.
Like
Our first show was
our first show, there was this guy, and he was like, he looked like he was getting a little too handsy.
yeah.
Like I was like, I didn't want to do something on our first show. Like I didn't want to cause a scene, but I was about
Yeah,
to
he
like,
just stepped like in.
yeah.
Right.
I tried to just like squeeze through.
Yeah,
Good
no,
for
I'm
you.
very fortunate. I have
Yeah.
good bodyguards.
Yeah, No, it's important. It's important,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
when you're
definitely.
a pretty girl and it's like you got some crazy people out there.
Yeah.
So good for you. Okay, what is your favorite family tradition?
Do you guys know?
Oh.
Man, it's like
Go again.
every time
You draw a blank.
as I get older, it's like we celebrate less and less over
Do
time.
you?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, I mean, my family is like all for family, and you know, we always try to like keep it traditional. You know, like with either Christmas or Thanksgiving, because it's like we just need to be all together. I want to say it is either Halloween or Christmas, just because it's like the season. It's such a nice, like, calm season.
Yep.
The weather's nice.
Yeah.
For me, it's just, like it's only just been Christmas because I think around the time when I started like middle school, that's when my parents were really like, all right, no more gifts, no more tree, no more decorations. It was just
Really?
like not really like a whole bunch. It was just like it was mainly just we'll eat dinner.
Right.
And that was pretty much our Christmas, and it was like that for like almost 10 years.
Wow.
And only recently, I think, like 2020, we had an actual like decorations up. We had the tree up. No presents, but I mean everything like was real like festive. And even when I was working, we had like everything set up with the decorations and everything, and it was just very festive and nice. And it was also like that last year, and I'm hoping it's gonna be like that this year. So.
Right. Do you think maybe it was COVID that brought it together like that?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it was just my parents probably had changed their mind. It's like, oh, let's just do something
Right.
for the year. Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, we do stuff geez, I can't speak. Most holidays. We just celebrate it traditionally. I would say probably 4th of July.
Okay.
Because I want to be patriotic and stuff. I don't know. But also, my cousins from out of state come in from like New York or something. And we hang out.
Okay.
My birthday is the 7th, and their birthday is the 5th. So we celebrate the 4th of July. Their birthday, they're twins, and my birthday, all kind of on the same like 4 days.
Right. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for me, I think it's New Year's, because in Brazil, everyone dresses in white.
Okay.
And I think in other places in South America as well. But so everyone dresses in white, and then we always do something with the water. So like why they like go out on like paddle boarding, because my family's very like with water sports, they're very active. So we'll go like paddle boarding, or we always go to the water. And then in Brazil, there's like the goddess of there's a goddess. This ritual, and so everyone goes and like gives offerings like flowers and put in the water for like the new year.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's my favorite one, I think.
All right. Okay, so who was your first crush ever? Celebrity or real person?
Mine is with my brother. I was like okay, listen.
No.
Listen,
Hey,
guys.
every girl has either that brother or cousin that thing.
Listen, because when you're a child, you don't know the difference between romantic love
Yeah.
and family love. So for me, I was like, I cannot understand and comprehend all this love I have for this person. And like my brothers are much older than me, so the same thing. They were always super protective over me. And like my brothers and I are best friends,
Right.
Super tight. And so when I was little, I was thinking like, okay, when you love someone, you marry them. Like obviously that's just like logical. So I would tell them, I would be like, so first I'm gonna marry, because I have two. First I'm gonna marry you, and then when I'm done with you, I'll marry you. So I'll get a divorce, and then I'll marry you. And you're like, no, you have to pick one. Like you can't marry both of us. I was like, no, I definitely can. Like, I think that was my first crush. Yeah, I think every little girl is like either their dad or their brother.
Or their cousins.
Or their
cousins that they're cute. They're close with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
My cousin had a crush on me because he's younger than me, so he was like obsessed with me when we were little.
That's how it is. Yeah. It's always all my daughters and then my sister's daughters. They all had crushing on their other cousins.
Exactly,
yeah, it was like one big crush.
Same with like sons and their moms too.
What?
Like, little boys, when little boys are really little, they're like obsessed with their moms.
Yeah.
It's a thing. Okay, guys?
The mama's boy.
I have never heard of such things.
Yes. In like not a Freudian way, like it's just how it is.
Oh man. I think like mine kind of alternated. Like then it was like mom and then dad. And now it's both. It's not like
I think it's more of like a someone you look up to sort of thing. Like and like she said, you don't know how to distinguish the difference between like a passionate love and just loving and caring for someone. Yeah.
Yeah, and your family's they're the first people that you love, so it's natural.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I'm just gonna say something different.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say my parents or my grandparents or anything. There was this girl I knew from like I went to like I was homeschooled, so I went to this PE thing on Fridays. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
How old were you?
What?
How old were you?
This was like 2016. I must have been like 10 or 11.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
2016. Yeah, I was 10.
Wasn't that long ago?
Well, I don't know. It just sounds. It makes me feel old.
How about me? I'm coming up on my 30th high school reunion. I'm like, oh my god, you want to feel old? Think of it that way. Oh my god. You're as old as you feel, though, so.
Yeah, young soul.
I went shopping yesterday for a dress for my nephew's wedding, and he asked me to perform the ceremony, which it meant a lot to me because I'm the youngest, and, you know, for us young people of the family, you're always overlooked, and you're never taken seriously, even at 46, you know. So for him to ask me, I felt super special, so I was like, I brought my sister, his mom, and I was like, okay, I have to find a dress. And usually I like the stuff that a 46-year-old should not wear. And so she talked me off the ledge, and I got an appropriate dress yesterday. And yeah, I'm going to feel like an adult for the first day of my life. Oh, my God. But yeah, so that's that.
What was your first crush?
I think it was just some girl in like elementary. I honestly don't even remember her name. She was from another class, and it was like a thing in elementary where it's like, oh, like you gave a thumbs up, like you were just friends. And I don't know, it was just like kindergarten, first grade, and I just remember seeing like this one like girl, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think she's really cute. Whatever. I always gave a thumbs up. She always gave back a thumbs up.
Poor thing.
It never stopped me. I was
She
trying
can
to
see you now in a band.
Yeah, she's definitely watching this.
Yes.
You watch this and go.
I'm gonna have so many thumbs up on this video.
I've had like a couple crushes throughout like elementary school as well. I think my first one was in like first grade, and then my first real crush was in high school, which was also my first love.
Okay.
And then we were like on and off for like 4 or 5 years, and we're still like on good terms and stuff. Yeah.
That's good. I think that's important. You spent so much time with her.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
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 Okay. We're gonna move on to rapid fire.
Oh no,
All right.
that's not good.
See how quick we can answer these questions, guys.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I think.
Okay.
So how does this work? Is it
Yeah, I'll go around.
okay?
Oh man.
And whatever comes out is our final answer.
That's it.
All right.
All right.
No thinking.
What celebrity annoys you the most?
What? Oh man. Oh man.
5, 4,
Oh wait,
3.
chill out. Dude, oh my gosh, I don't know. There's so many. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't really hate on anyone like that.
Oh, I do.
Go. I feel like I might know.
Me? I don't.
We were so ready for this, guys.
It took me like 2 seconds.
It's like on the tip of my tongue too.
Can it be a politician?
It can be anybody you want.
Politicians? Oh,
I mean,
I've had people say politician.
I don't want to be country. No, I don't want to like put myself in that position. Yeah, I don't know. Never mind.
James Charles.
Okay.
No,
Bro,
dude.
you're annoying.
I feel like for me, it's any like late night talk show host.
Okay.
That's a
I'm
good one.
kind of there with you on that.
Yeah.
They're so annoying.
Yeah.
I love them.
It gets real fake sometimes.
It does.
David Letterman is
Well, David Levinson's old school though. That's
So good.
he's not like the Jimmys. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Steve Harvey kind of pisses me off.
Oh, I like Steve.
He's funny, but nah.
Because what's it called? Who was it? Just a second ago that we said. Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's a little annoying.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Did he
those-
do something at the award show?
No.
That was Jimmy
No.
Kimmel. I don't know. I don't even care.
It's too
Probably
cheap.
it's between them, actually. One of them played dead on the stage. Who the hell? Which one's the heavier one?
In
Jimmy?
Kimmel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah, like he came out. The one guy pulled him out because he was like dead. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
And then it took away from the lady's speech when she won. So dumb. Such attention getters. Okay. All right, this round's going to go much better.
Okay.
Okay.
Try.
Planes or patterns?
Planes or patterns?
What does that mean?
Like in clothing.
Oh,
Oh, planes.
planes.
Ooh. Yeah.
Planes.
Planes. Okay.
Patterns.
Patterns. Oh, I thought you said planes. That's why I went past you. I'm sorry. Okay. Favorite city?
Favorites. Fun fact.
Yes.
I haven't really been anywhere like that, so that's why I'm like super excited to go to Orlando and stuff like that. So right now, actually, I have two at the moment. One is El Paso. It's
Texas?
yeah,
Okay.
it's so pretty at night.
I've never been there.
I was at this Airbnb and we were on the balcony. You can just see the city, and like there's so much like free space, and it's so different than over here. The air is different. Like it's much more drier, but it's so humid here.
That's
So
awful.
it's either here or Arizona in the mountains.
Okay.
San Francisco. That was like a place I went to where I was like, this is my place on earth.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I've never been there, but I went to LA, and I like was dying to go to California my whole life, and I
Yeah,
went. So my next spot is probably San Francisco.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know. No.
Stevie, Florida, because you're here now.
I've been to a few places, but I don't.
None that you really care.
No, I mean I have liked a lot of them, but I don't know. They're all different in so many ways. I don't know which one I would choose. I like them all for different reasons.
Okay.
I don't know what this city is called,
Okay.
but it's in Virginia. It's near Washington, D.C., like,
Okay.
around that area, because that's where my dad lives.
Okay.
So I've only visited there like a couple times, but I love that area. It's just-
Okay.
I like I've only been there during the winter time, so there's always like the cold air
Right.
and everything. And I don't know, just always loved that
Landscape.
area.
The landscapes.
Yeah, the landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go with you first because I know you're going to get this one.
Okay.
I got
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke. Coke.
Pepsi.
Coke.
Okay.
I love Pepsi.
Back to you now. What is your best quality?
My best quality. Ooh. I like getting to like understand people, hearing them out.
Yeah, you're very understanding.
Yeah, and I'm empathizing with people, like listening to people. Because I don't think many people really take the time to do that.
Right.
So it's just very nice to hear what goes on in someone else's life. So you don't have to really focus on yourself too much.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
My best quality? I think I'm loyal. Like I'm a loyal person.
Okay.
That's a good
queen.
quality.
My-
Okay. Queen.
To my friends, like, and I don't know, like, like, also like to myself, like what I believe in. I'm very like confident in what I believe in, and like I don't know.
I guess I don't know if it's a good favorite or like what is it? The best?
Your best
My
quality.
best quality. You could see it either ways, but I would say being like brutally honest.
Okay. I appreciate that about people.
Yeah.
I'd rather someone not sugarcoat something.
Yeah.
Like when I was looking for the dress yesterday, my daughter told me it was horrible, but I still bought it. But yeah, no, I appreciate that about a person.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know?
What do you guys think?
Can I answer for you?
Yeah,
You're very
you're
kind. You're an
Aw.
extremely kind person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sweet.
He's just so sweet.
He brings me coffee
He doesn't have
whenever I
like a
pick him up.
backbone in his body.
That's the Duncan thing, you know?
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
and people go out of your way. It's go out of their own way.
Yep. For no ulterior motive.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
because that's
yeah.
who they are. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Who's the most overrated musician?
Overrated.
Oh man,
Jacob Collier.
seriously?
He's a good. Are you? Okay, sorry. He's a good musician. He is not a good songwriter.
Okay.
He is a really bad songwriter. He's a good musician.
That's subjective because just
That's
because
very
the songs don't necessarily sell as much or like they're a little weird and funky does not mean he's a bad songwriter. That's subjective. Watch
Okay.
your words. He's like one of my favorite artists ever. No.
She went to go see him at Revolution
Yeah, I
Live.
saw him on my
My daughter
birthday.
did, too.
That was my birthday and I died. I was really going that day. Overrated. I don't really know.
I feel like most commercial artists these days, like on the radio, like basic pop artists on the radio, like some of them are really good because they do switch it up, at least with like some funky chords. But when it's like, oh man, I'm not gonna name names, but it's just like the very, very generic sound. So yeah, for that one.
Yep.
I feel like it's overrated when like they stick to a formula just because it sells, or like
Yep.
they're selling out. That's all of those artists overrated.
I'm with you guys on that. 100%.
Yeah, especially for me because working at Dunkin', the radio is like on
Oh, yeah.
24/7, just
Top
like the same
100.
like 5-10 songs. So it's only it's only the songs that are like on the charts right now. So it's constant hearing that over and over again. So it's like it's too much.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Oh, I have one more.
Yes. He's redeeming himself.
Dropping it.
Lil Uzi.
Little easy, huh?
It's just so messed up.
Okay, I've
Look, I
heard
get
I've
it.
heard rap before, right? Like, and it's not like I don't really like it, right? It's not my cup of tea. I don't like it. But the few times that I've actually heard Lil Uzi, I've gotten a headache. I've like actually had to turn it off before it's done because I have gotten a headache.
Oh, my gosh.
But again,
Music is
that's
not
just
a grade.
not your genre. Like, that's just not a genre. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
not
him
my
live.
genre, but I can listen
I
to
went
most
to
of it.
Rolling Loud. I saw him live. Again, he's such a good performer and like has been doing it for so long and is still like at the top. Like I think that's
He brings
Yeah, but what was the
Commendable.
question? Who do you think
okay.
is the most overrated? And you're telling me what you think.
Valid. Okay.
In defense of what I think.
I can
So
get
shut
it.
up.
'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
I get
sometimes
it, I
I get. Sometimes I don't really like it just because it's like mainly based off of auto-tune.
Right.
I think Max is a little salty because he didn't do the drums on it.
I just don't like autotune.
No, but also like I think autotune is like not to be looked at as like a negative thing. It's like another just effect. That's how I look at it. It's just another effect that you can put in your voice, like a I don't know, like
all the rappers
reverb
do
or like anything like that. Like just another effect. It's like
All
another
the
tool you
rappers
can
do it.
use. I mean, yeah, it's not like they're great singers. No, they're not out here claiming to be like professional, classically trained singers. But it works. They're selling, so
Yeah.
they're making a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, how do you guys feel like about that? Like, if like a big record label came to you and was offering you, let's say, like a $10 million contract, whatever, and then you have a small one that's offering you maybe $1 million, but the small one you can do whatever you want. The big one just wants to make some changes. Like, how do you feel about that?
I
Depends on
think-
how big the changes are.
yeah,
That's
that's
a good.
like
Yeah.
I feel like something that we all kind of like agree on is like money is not something we're focused on, and like musical integrity is huge to me.
Yeah.
Like
it
staying true to like our sound and what we want, like what we want to do. 'Cause at the end of the day, it's like having fun and like what fulfills us is making our music.
Yeah.
Not like for anyone else.
Yep.
You know.
Oh, it's 100%.
Yeah.
Like, I used to back when I was in high school, I loved country music. I love old country. Like, I love it. Those old boys. But now country music is not country music.
Yeah.
I feel
It's all
like
the
it's like
same.
all the pop guys that didn't make it in pop. Now they're just going to go over to country.
Chris Stapleton is my favorite.
See, I don't like him. I feel like he's trying way too hard to be. My sisters love him. I don't feel it. I don't see. He's trying to be what the old school boys used to
Yeah,
be,
I
and that's
guess.
just not. You're not.
I'm not into country music that much, but he's
But he's
like,
commercialized, and I think that's why. Is yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good song.
Yeah.
I just don't like him just because I feel like he's and I can't say he's fake. He is what he is, but he's riding the coattails of what the older guys did. He's not original. He's not coming up with anything new.
I feel like nowadays though, it's really hard to be original because there's so much talent and so much content that like that's another issue. I feel like is like there's so much content and so much like small bands, local bands everywhere, all across the world. That, like the really good ones kind of get lost, and like it's really hard to come out of that. And then like people like that, that are like selling out.
Yeah. So funny story. Since we're talking about country music, you know Luke Combs? Mm-hmm. Okay. You know how he wrote like 10 songs, okay? And he wanted to go in and record them at a recording studio, and he got a price of $300. So he
For 10 songs?
Well, that's what he thought.
Oh.
He thought it was. When he got there, the guy was like, okay, so what song are you doing? He's like, wait, what? He didn't realize it was, so he had to pick one song, and it was Crazy Beautiful. And that's the song that went. Yeah, made him like $300 investment, and that guy is a millionaire. Yeah. It's like insane. Yeah, but it's a good song to pick, I guess. Yeah, that was a little fun fact story. Okay, so anyhow, do you believe in fate?
Fate? Yeah. I think it gets like a little complicated, but I believe it a little bit more just because of how we all came together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird how we did come together because since they were trying to get into Aquaberry, I just happened to know the friend that we knew who was running it, and I was at one of his shows while he was still part of that one band, if you know Scarlet Hearts.
Yes. Oh my God. Not to interrupt you, but I was completely blown away by them at my fest. I really had no idea that they were that good.
Yeah. And Joshua, he was the one who was running Aquaberry. I was like, hey, if you know any guitarists and drummers right now, that'd be great. So it was like a 2-in-1. So it was really great. How they just molded together, and then them two,
and how it all works out. Yeah, it's fate. Yeah.
I also believe in fate, but not in like some like divine like fate will guide you and you just have to sit back kind of thing. Like I think it's like you put yourself in situations where like you can like guide your own fate. Like I went to music school, like I went out, I got like we were getting our education, like all of that, and then I met them. And
it's like the perfect example. You're in control of your own fate.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't just like sit back and let like life take you and like trust.
I don't.
No. Okay.
No. I feel like it's solely based on your own everything that you're doing.
Kind of like mixed in with what she was saying. You kind of control it yourself, so it's not like
you're in control of yourself. It's not because of anything else other than your own actions, and obviously the actions of other people. But I think it's coincidence.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of the same with like both of you guys, but I also feel like it's kind of I don't know how to explain it. It's more at least from my experience, it's more like I feel like a lot of things like just kind of come to me, and in a ways like I can either decide if I want to like just choose this path or choose something else, and it kind of just determines on like I don't know. It's very complicated. It's hard to explain, but I don't know. I agree with like I guess you putting yourself out there, and for me, it's like if I put myself out there and if I actually like try to put in the effort, it will just come to me. Like things will just come to me.
I think you can definitely like speak your reality like into truth. I'm very big on that. That like you go out, you do the work. Like especially like if you're kind to everyone, you're nice and respectful to everyone. Like good things will come back to you. I do believe that. Right. Yeah,
I agree with that. 100%. Okay, who inspires you the most?
Man, I'm just like copy and paste. It's kind of like it's still Rex Orange County. Man, that's crazy.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
They inspire me the most, but the band that, or at least the person that got me into this, other than my ex, was Damien from Cannibal Kids. He would actually, in terms of speaking, of putting yourself out there, when I first started and I was trying to get connections since it was just me, I was in the middle of finishing up the new U, and I reached out to Damien's manager. I called him, and I think I woke him up that day. It was a Friday morning, and I sent him the demo, and he got back to me later that afternoon, and we talked for like a whole hour. And, you know, if I didn't put myself out there, I wouldn't have gotten a call from Damien's manager the next day. He was like, "Hey, Lewis, I got someone on the phone with me that wants to talk to you." And it was Damien, and they were recording that day. And Damien offered for him to teach me some more stuff, more music theory of guitar. And that's how I kind of have like somewhat of a friendship with him, and that just kind of driven me to keep on going with this stuff.
Okay. I think that's like shows a really like good side of the industry, because there's a lot of like ugly, but there's a lot of the good, and like there are so many people that are really just like really supportive and like really just want to help.
Yep, I agree.
I think someone that inspires me is my parents, because they're both immigrants, and like I'm a first generation college, like I will be a first generation college student. So like they inspire me because they worked really hard to get me here and like put me in music school, like get everything, and like push me to, and like if we couldn't do something or we couldn't afford something, like push me to be like, "You really want this? You're gonna go and get it. Like, go get the scholarship. Do like you're gonna figure it out how to do it." So I think that's like a huge reason of why I am the way that I am. So they're super inspiring to me. Yeah, that's super like cookie cutter answer, but no, really it's true. It really is true.
I would say my dad.
Okay.
He, I don't know, there's a bunch of different reasons. I don't know, too many to I guess. Yeah, too many to say right now. But,
your dad's awesome.
True.
And your mom.
And your mom.
True.
Your mom's a god.
True. But also my friend Christian.
Oh, I'm just...
Oh, okay. That sounded like something. Okay. He plays with my sister a lot, Ceci Leon.
Sassy.
And he's just a great drummer. Like he's why I got into drums.
Okay.
And he's kind of just been like, he's been there the entire time, and kind of like, he's been a little bit ahead of me every time we meet, right? We used to be in this music school called Live.
Okay.
And I saw him like in his practice session one time because they had like glass doors or whatever. So I saw, and he was like learning how to open the hi-hat or something, and I was like, dude, I can't wait to get to that point at some because that seems so cool. He sounds like super advanced, right? But that's how it always is. Like I got there and I was like now I use that all the time. I open the hi-hat like literally every song, right? But like he's always been like a little bit ahead of me every time, and that's always where I'm trying to head to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Like he's always my goal, and I'm always like about to get there.
Hopefully he watches this.
I think for me, like terms musically, I think during high school, I really got into like bands like Chan, like more of the math rock kind of side. So there's a lot of like, it's a lot of textured chords, a lot of very catchy riffs and everything. So I mean, I couldn't play it during that time, but it was what I always wanted to like inspire to like play like.
Right.
So I'd always, well, at least I tried to kind of reach to that level. In terms of anything else, I feel like for me, it's kind of complicated because I look back to a lot of things within, I guess, my personal life, and I try to look at the things like I don't want to be.
Right.
And so I try to exclude like all the things that I don't like, and just kind of just be myself in just that way.
That's a good way to look at it, though. Things you don't want to be like. Yeah.
So I just look at it like that, and honestly, in terms of anyone specific, not really. I'm just kind of like, I'll just pick some qualities from like different people, and like, I don't know, just kind of like build myself and like, oh, I like this about this person, I like this about that person.
Right.
I want to be more like that in that way. So it's kind of like a build-up of a lot of things, and it's kind of how it molded into how I am.
Right. Okay. That's why you're so kind. Okay, so if you guys had one message for your fans, what would it be?
Oh, it's keep being you, keep expressing yourself the way you want to portray yourself as. As long as it's respectful, and as long as you can keep treating everyone with kindness. It's mainly that. Yeah.
Yeah, like surround yourself with good people who like push you to be better and be respectful to everyone.
I think if you like want to do something, if there's something that you want to do, just do it. Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it, obviously, but don't like.
It says a lot.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't take too long to like.
Max doesn't waste any time.
Don't like wait too long to, I guess, do something that you really want to, because you're always pushing it off if you do.
Yeah.
I guess just thanks for like the support from, I guess, making it to the shows, listening to the music, streaming, and
it helps out a lot.
We put in a lot of effort and a lot of our time to really put everything together.
Yeah, it's super satisfying.
Yeah.
When you see it pay off.
So, do you guys have merch or anything that people can purchase?
Yeah. Right now, yeah, they're in my car.
Your stickers?
Yeah,
Bring one to the show because I'm starting to collect stickers for my fridge.
Yes, we will.
All right.
I have some downstairs. I was meant to put them up before you guys came.
We currently are just selling stickers.
Okay.
We have and pins. I don't know how many we have left.
Okay.
Limited
But-
stocks.
Yeah,
Look
limited.
at them.
We're trying to raise some more money so we can actually make shirts.
Right.
For
Okay.
everyone. It's tough. It's tough
It
out
is
here.
tough. It's not. That's why it's like you gotta sell that merch because it's
Yeah.
you're gonna take every gig you can get. Some are paying, some are not. So it's a tough world out there in the music field. But okay, so where can everybody find you guys at as far as your Instagram and everything?
Other than Instagram at official Stellus, and we also have a website for more info about all of us and pictures or shows, upcoming shows. It's stellusmusic.com.
Okay. And as far as upcoming shows, what do we have to look forward to?
Our next show is
Orlando.
yeah. That's October. I mean,
No.
September 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then October 7th, we are playing at Naomi's Garden.
Okay.
With Foxgloves and
Bunch of people.
yeah, a bunch
Long
of
lineup.
people. Like 4 people.
That's more.
So long. And then we have yours.
Okay. Are you guys gonna try to get Halloween Horror Nights while you're up in Orlando? You should plan that, right?
Should we? She's holding us back with school and no, I'm joking.
No. I want to go to Halloween Horror Nights. I think I'm going to go regardless.
Yeah?
If we go, yeah. I'm definitely think I'm
I wouldn't mind
gonna go.
planning
It's just-
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went last year with like a group of like 30 people.
Yeah. So fun.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But that's you get into the hole where they hold you back if you're with 30 people.
Yeah, but if you get a fast pass, you're good to go.
Yeah. It's just a matter of the ones that are out of shape that are not walking as fast as you. And
Yeah, we had a couple fainters.
yeah.
What is that? I don't even
Halloween
know.
Horror Nights?
Yeah, no, I don't.
You
know.
guys got to bring them now. This is an absolute definite thing
Then
now.
we're going.
What is this? What?
Okay, it's basically, I don't even know. It's like a.
Amusement
It's
park.
like a.
like,
They shut
An
down
event?
Hollywood Studios
Yeah.
and they don't shut it down, but they turned it into a ton of haunted houses.
Oh.
And like
You know
haunted rides and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It's really, really
It's so much fun. It's like every year it starts at the beginning of September, I think, and ends right after Halloween.
fun. Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
overrated, but it's fun.
It is. But I heard that SeaWorld, if you really want to be scared, they have some serious scare
Yeah,
zones.
I'm a horror junkie, so
You got to go to SeaWorld, and it's like a third of the price.
Oh,
Yeah.
going to SeaWorld.
Yeah, see, I want to do my daughter, my 9-year-old. She's very into the horror things
Yeah.
right now. So we brought her to Halloween Horror Nights last year. She wants to go again this year. She doesn't know if she's ready for SeaWorld though. So, but okay. So anyhow, you got your shows coming up. You got everything. We've done that. Okay. Any last things you want to say to your fans?
Come out to our shows.
Support,
Stream
support.
slipping up.
stream the music.
And remember, they're all single guys. Come on,
Yes.
all of them. Please go to the show and check them out. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.